Alright everybody, welcome to SR Broadcasting. We're here tonight with the SoMo Racing League's Lazy Days Racing Xfinity Series at Darlington. 135 laps here tonight. These guys were just here last night in the Portside Jaguar Land Rover trucks for 125 laps, 5 cautions. Pretty good race. Travis Wall, I believe, was your winner last night. Tonight, 135 laps, no fast repairs here at SoMo, so guys are going to have to keep it clean, try and get it there at the end. These guys right now, they are in a driver's meeting, so we're going to let them go ahead and have their meeting. While they're in their meeting, let's go over the bubble drivers right now. We have 2 more races to go. Richmond next week, and then Chicagoland, and then the following race after Chicagoland will start the chase. 12 drivers will get in. So let's see who the 12 drivers are potentially for this chase. Right now, the guys in green: Keith Mayato, Adam Baker, David Howard Jr., Chris Samard, Billy Howard, Lupa Gonzalez, all locked in. Aaron Riley, David Gameforth, Len McNeese, Joe Mitchell, Dean Viney, Jeff Glockner are the rest of the drivers in that top 12. And then when we move to 13, Ronald Henry 6 points behind, Paul Cohen 9 points behind, Travis Wall and Michael Palmer are the other 4 drivers that could possibly make it in. It's 2 more races. It could be 2 more winners. We've only have 6 drivers that are locked in, so that means there's only been 6 winners out of all the races that we've been here so far, which is really surprising. But it looks like the guys are getting ready to get back out on track. So there's about 5 minutes left. We're going to quick go to a continued broadcast here, and we have a sponsor tonight, Prolivio, kicking off a new product here. So they sponsored tonight's race, and we're going to go ahead and run that for you right now.
Are migraines ruining your day? Introducing Prolivio, the coolest migraine headband. Over 1 billion people experience and suffer from migraines worldwide. That results in 157 million hours of work missed due to migraines each year. Continuous work absences or decreased productivity can hurt your reputation in the workplace. The #1 symptom of migraines is throbbing head pains. Many turn to medication in search of symptom relief, but migraine medication today is associated with harsh side effects such as nausea, numbness, and secondary headaches. These medications can also have a decrease in effectiveness over time. Those who use ice packs for symptom relief limit themselves in how well they can treat their symptoms. A pack must be frozen and ready at all times, and you may not have access to a freezer. Fortunately, we have an effective solution to portable cooling for those suffering from throbbing headaches. Prolivio, a revolutionary cooling headband designed to relieve migraine and headache pain. Created by migraine sufferers, we understand your struggle. Migraine sufferers miss key events, moments, and opportunities. We are trying to improve the quality of life and help sufferers push through their migraines. Immediate, intense cooling at the touch of a button. Temperature adjustment to your comfort level. No freezer needed. It's rechargeable and provides up to 1.5 hours of cooling relief with temperature pulsation. Headband curvature was designed and studied to be universal and comfortable with a variety of head sizes. Prolivio easily connects to your phone for temperature adjustment in the palm of your hand. Speaking of phone connectivity, we plan to create a highly developed associated smartphone application in the near future that will allow Prolivio users to receive personalized feedback based on their specific triggers, enabling them to identify what causes their migraine attacks and how to help prevent them. The Prolivio Hypercooling Headband provides portable, clean, and immediate cooling relief. It can be used to help soothe migraines, hangovers, hot flashes, and concussions. With your support, this next-generation migraine, headache, and stress relief headband will soon be ready for production. We're Prolivio. Stay cool.
All right, that's our sponsor tonight, Prolivio. And I'll tell you, for one person like myself that used to suffer with migraines big time, I could have used that a couple years ago. I'm not really sure if I'm out of the woods. It's been probably over a year and a half that I haven't had any. So hopefully that means they're gone, but I've suffered with that for many, many years. So definitely a great product. We were going to try to get a word in with Adam Baker here and have him talk a little bit more about it, but we're kind of running out of time, so we'll have to get Adam Baker after the race, and we'll find out more about it, how you can get it, and what it's all about. Adam Baker is running the car tonight, so we'll keep an eye on Adam Baker to see if he can get here in Victory Lane. But we are going to go to our kind of a little bit different of a national anthem, and then we'll get back to qualifying.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of rain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on me, and he crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
All right, we're back here live with qualifying. Just starting off, we're out here with the number 89, Shane Papala. And we'll see what kind of times these guys are going to get put up here. See who's going to start on the pole. Last night, Travis Wall did start on the pole in the Truck Series and take home the win. Adam Baker, I believe he finished third and had the most laps led. Lupa Gonzalez. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think it was Lupa Gonzalez that won last night. That's right. And Lupa Gonzalez had a ton of laps led. He's here tonight also, so we'll keep an eye on him. See if he's got anything from last night to carry over to tonight. Right now, Shane just got moved to the second spot. Keith Mayato, your points leader, coming into the race tonight. He'll quickly move up to first. Let's take a look at the number 8 of Seth Hatchell. He's in 6th with a 26.706. Adam Baker just gets moved down to 4th. Joe Mitchell now to the pole. So Joe was pretty quick. He was number 1 spot in warm-up. And is Seth able to increase? A little bit of time, but not going to really help much. Let's take a look at Adam Baker. Adam Baker running the Prolivio Chevy Camaro tonight. We'll get a word in with Adam a little bit later on. Look for Adam to be pretty quick here tonight. Shown in 4th right now. So far, Joe Mitchell is holding on to that top spot. Keith Mayato shown in 2nd. Travis Wall, Adam Baker, Shane Papala. So far, the top 5. See Adam Baker finishing up his, and Chris Samard finishing up his. Let's take a look at David Howard Jr. here. See what kind of time he'll get coming across the stripe. David Howard Jr. running that Butler Furniture Toyota Camry. And David Howard Jr. going to move into 8th. And let's take a look at Jeff Glockner. Right now, Jeff's shown in 12th. I'll wait for Jeff to come around and get his first scored lap. Jeff used to be in the 88, now he's in the 24, so it's throwing me off just a little bit, seeing a 24 on there and not an 88. But Jeff having a good run. Last couple races. And Jeff Glockner gonna stay in 12th so far with a 27.801. Looks like Joe Mitchell so far hanging on to that front spot. Lupa Gonzalez with a 27.214. So I believe Joe Mitchell going to be your pole setter here tonight. And I don't see anybody else looking for a time. We have a couple drivers that didn't take a time. And we are almost ready to get this thing going green for 135 laps here tonight at Darlington. Like I said, SoMo Racing League does not have any fast repairs. What that means, if you're not familiar with it, is if you get damage, if you do have fast repairs set on any of these servers, you'll be able to get a brand new car as many times as you have it set. SoMo does not use any fast repairs, so you need to pretty much just get it repaired, get it done. All right, let's go over the starting grid here tonight. You got Joe Mitchell starting first for MB Motorsports. Keith Mayato starting second, GAC Racing. Starting third will be Travis Wall for Max Rev Motorsports. Starting fourth is Adam Baker for MB Motorsports. Fifth, Shane Papala, MB Motorsports. Sixth, Seth Hatchell for MB Motorsports. Seventh is Chris Samard running for GAC Racing. Starting eighth is David Howard Jr. for Diamond State Racing. Ninth is Brian Neff for Can-Am. 10th is Lupa Gonzalez for 575 Motorsports. Starting 11th tonight is Randy Perdue. 12th is Jeff Glockner for SoMo Racing. 13th, Joe Owen, Fury Motorsports. Dean Viney will start 14th for GAC Racing. Starting 15th is David Gainforth for GAC Racing, and alongside him is Len McNeese. Starting 16th for GAC Racing. 17th, Paul Cohen for GAC Racing. Starting 18th, Aaron Riley for SoMo Racing. And that'll round out your field tonight. Tonight's race is provided to you by Prolivio, and we are at Darlington Raceway for 135 laps, and we're getting ready to get this thing going. And it looks like Joe Mitchell is going to take the inside, Keith Mayato to the outside. Row 2, you have Travis Wall down on the inside and Adam Baker on the outside, and the pace car does turn in. And we're getting ready to go green here. And the green flag is out at Darlington. And it looks like Joe Mitchell got a pretty good start there. He's going to get to the line first. Pretty good start all the way through the field. Oh, one driver into the wall early. Looked like it was Seth Hatchell. Made a little bit of contact with another driver there. Looks like they keep it going. Joe Mitchell out front. Let's go back here by Seth. Yeah, already with some right front damage. We go back up front. These guys quickly get it single file. It's 135 laps here. There's plenty of time to get this thing done. So we see Joe Mitchell out front, Keith Mayato second, Travis Wall third, Adam Baker sitting in fourth, Shane Papala in at 89 sitting fifth. A little bit further back is Chris Samard sitting in sixth. Seventh is David Howard Jr. Brian Neffen at number 60 is sitting 8th. Randy Perdue in at 55 is 9th. Seth Hatchell in 10th in that number 8. Lupa Gonzalez in 11th. Jeff Glockner in 12th. Dean Viney in 13th. Joe Owen in the number 3. He'll be sitting 14th right now. Len McNeese at number 84 sitting 15th. Aaron Riley in the number 33 is sitting 16th. David Gainforth 17th, and rounding it out in 18th is Paul Cohen. Looks like everybody's pretty spread out. Joe Mitchell to a 1 second lead over Travis Wall, and Joe right now going to come to 5 laps led. We see the 89 of Shane Papala getting that stripe out of the way. Gonna see a lot of guys getting that Darlington stripe out here tonight. Something that's not going to be escapable. Looks like Adam Baker closing in a little bit on second place. Travis Wall and the 89 of Shane Papala closing in on them. Let's take a quick... Oh, we got somebody down on the bottom, blown up. See if we can catch up with who that was. Looks like it was Dean Viney. Let's kind of go back real quick and see if we can see what happened to him. It looks like he's got a little wiggly there. He caught that white line and the car went around hard on into the inside. It's going to hurt early on. Back here to Len McNeeson at 84 in 13th. Gonna take a look underneath Seth Hatchell. And not gonna be able to make it just yet. Seth Hatchell with some damage to the front of that car. We seen him hit the wall with the right side, but I didn't see how he got that left side damage. We see Len McNeese now making another move down low, and he's going to take that spot. So that's going to put Len McNeese up to 12. The 24, Jeff Glockner, now going to pass the 8. And it looks like Shane Papala has got around Keith Mayato, and now he's going to take a look at the 48 of Adam Baker. We see Adam Baker with some right front damage now on that car also. And he does take that spot. So right now, let's see, your top 5 are Joe Mitchell, Travis Wall, Shane Papala, Adam Baker, and Keith Mayato. Joe Mitchell, 9 laps led. With that 10 laps led, and he's got about 9/10 over these guys. So Joe off to a pretty good run here tonight. We'll see if he can keep that car clean. 101 of David Gainforth now going to try and get by the 8 of Seth Hatchell. Seth's got his hand full with that car. Back to Brian Neff sitting in 8th. And Keith Mayato. Let's jump inside with Keith. We'll do a lap around here with Keith Mayato sitting in 5th. You see Adam Baker right in front of him in 4th. Brings it right up against that wall. Back 1 to Chris Simard, who is right behind Keith Mayato. Chris Simard sitting in 6th. Oh, and Mayato gets himself a little tag there on the wall. That's going to let the 77 of Chris Simard by. So now Chris Simard going to move to 5th. Keith Mayato going to move back to 6th. See David Howard Jr. right now sitting in 8th, and a yellow does come out. Oh, and it looks like it's Adam Baker. Not the night Adam was looking for. We'll go ahead and see what happened with Adam here. See, Adam had a little bit of damage on that car already. Out to that outside wall, and just as we've seen it all the time do, it just throws you right down into that inside wall. So we see now Joe Mitchell going to bring them down pit road. And we'll probably see 4 tires and fuel early on. 135 laps here. We are at lap 16. We're coming to lap 16. So now's the time to see if you're going to try 2 tires. This would be the time to try it early on in the race. So this way, if it does not work, you know, you can kind of adjust to it and not lose too much. And it looks like Randy Perdue, who is 2 laps down, is going to stay out. We'll see if he's going to take a wave around or will he come in. He should get one of the laps back because he's the first car on the lap down. And it looks like the 89 of Shane Papala is going to get out of pit row first. So we'll wait for Shane to come around and get scored as your leader. And he'll get a bonus point for leading a lap here tonight. Looks like it'll be Shane Papala, Joe Mitchell, Brian Neff, Lupa Gonzalez, Chris Samard, the top 5. We're looking at a temperature of 78 degrees, 55% humidity, partly cloudy skies, and 103 track temperature.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group, Blancpain GT Series. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
All right, we have Shane Papala on the inside, Joe Mitchell on the outside, starting in that second place spot. Brian Neff on the inside in row 2, and Lupa Gonzalez, number 53, starting on the outside in 4th position. We are under our first caution tonight. Still have plenty of laps, left to go. Pace car does turn in. And we are back green. Looks like Shane got a good start. Going to get to the line first. Looks like everybody did a good job on that start. Shane into first. Joe Mitchell into second. We go back a little bit further. Oh, we have somebody spinning. It looks like Keith Mayato spun it off. Let's go back and take a look quick what happened with Keith. The number 3 Joe Owen into the wall. Keith Mayato had to duck it down low really fast, and he gets that white line and it upsets the car just a little bit. It A little bit of a hard hit, but not too bad. We see Joe Mitchell now moving up a little bit closer. We see the 60 of Brian Neff hit the wall. Brian Neff does save it. That's going to let Chris Samard go by. 53 Lupa Gonzalez go by. Oh, we see the 3 of Joe Owen just take a spin. And the yellow is out. Let's go and see what happened with Joe. We just caught it from the corner of the camera there. Get confused. I'm looking for Joe in the number 24. He's in the number 3. Let's see if we see. Oh, he kind of hard to tell. Let's go back and let's change our camera angle here and see what exactly happened. I'm not sure if he went up into Travis or did Travis hit the wall and come down into him. See them really close right there. Yeah, it kind of looks like Joe went up into Travis there. So we'll go back up with our leaders. We see Shane bringing them back down pit road one more time. See if anybody chooses to stay out. It looks like everybody did come down pit road, so we'll wait and see who's the first driver to get off of pit road here tonight. So we're under caution number 2. We've had one lead change, and we're on caution number 2. 113 laps still to go. A real close race off. It looks like maybe Joe Mitchell is going to get that spot. So Joe's guys did a good job getting him off of pit road first. Joe Mitchell with 15 laps led so far. Shane Papala with 7 laps led. Joe did start on the pole, and he is back in first. When he crosses the line, it will correct and show him that he is back in first. So Joe's showing a little bit of speed here tonight. Joe had a pretty good run last night, I believe, in the Portside Jaguar Land Rover Truck Series. So maybe he's got a little something carried over for tonight. And I am losing my voice. So it looks like right now Randy Perdue, Dean Viney, and Adam Baker are all off the track. You see if I can get a quick word in, maybe with Adam Baker. Excuse me. Hey, Adam Baker, this is Paul up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we wanted to try to get a word with you earlier before the race. Are you, and we see you had some incidents down there. Are you able to get the car repaired and get back out, you think?
I got about 30 minutes left of repairs, so I might be able to make it out, in a little while to get some laps in, but it's going to be a while. Yeah,
we were hoping to see you maybe get it in victory lane here for the sponsor tonight. We saw, some damages on the car. What happened?
I went in a little bit too low. I've been struggling with the car. I don't know. Basically, I felt pretty good in the first few laps of practice, but after that, something changed with the track or with the car and the track, and I was struggling with it, and I was trying to make up some time by running a little bit lower through 1 and 2, and just went a little bit too low and got really tight on the exit and caught the wall and couldn't save it.
Yeah, it's too bad, man. I know it's not the run you were looking for here tonight. We're getting ready to go back green, so we're going to let you go back and get down some more repairs done to that car. If we get another caution, we're going to try to grab you and talk about our sponsor a little bit. So sorry to see the night start off bad, but hopefully we can get something salvaged out of all of this.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit, man.
All right, thanks.
All right, well, I know it's not the night Adam Baker was looking for. Definitely showed some promise there. You heard him, something changed. A lot of rubber going down on the track. Temperatures are pretty high, so I don't know, you know. Pace car is in. We're going to wait for them to go green again one more time. Joe Mitchell going to bring him to the line on the inside. Right to his outside, his teammate Shane Papala. And they are back green here tonight at Darlington. Looks like Joe does get to the line first. You see, we go back here a little bit to the 53 of Lupa Gonzalez, who and the yellow back out one more time. And it looks like it, excuse me, Keith Mayato maybe was involved in that. Let's go back and look. Watching the 09 of Keith Mayato. I don't believe he was part of it. I think the caution was up at front somewhere, and we may have caught him slowing down. Yeah, okay, let's go up and take a look at the 101 of David Gameforth and those guys and see if we can make heads or tails of this. Go back a little bit more here. On the start, we see the 101, the 51, and the 3 kind of next to each other. Oh, the 51 into the wall and then into the 101. The 8 of Seth Hatchell going to get caught up in that also. Oh, man. Not what these guys wanted. Well, they just came into the pits right before that caution, so I can't imagine seeing the leaders coming in. But it looks like we go back to Jeff Glockner, who's sitting in 6th right now, and then Travis Wall just coming out of the pits. Aaron Riley, Brian Neff, Len McNeese. So a bunch of these guys did go in, get fresh tires. We'll see what 1 or 2 lap difference makes on these cars here with these guys up in the front. Your top 5 right now are Joe Mitchell, Shane Papala, Chris Samard, David Howard Jr., and Lupa Gonzalez. Waiting for the pace car lights to go out. These guys double them back up and get going again here. We've had 2 lead changes. We're under caution number 3. Joe Mitchell is currently your leader, and we still have 107 laps to go. 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers right now sitting behind the wall. I think maybe we'll do something a little bit different here on this start. We're waiting for the lights to come on. Hey, Adam, yeah, if you want to come on up and hang out in the booth for a little bit while they repair your car, man, I'd definitely appreciate the company. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, man.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on the guys up here in the front.
Yeah, we're going to try something a little bit different on this restart. I'm going to jump inside the 77 of Chris Samard for this restart and do a restart inside of the driver's car. We haven't done that here yet, so it might be pretty interesting to see from third place.
Yeah, definitely. Restarts are really interesting at this track.
Yeah, it seems like guys been doing pretty good right off the line, but we've seen a couple guys already, just like Paul Cohen, hit the wall, throws that car right down to the inside, and unfortunately he had drivers underneath him, and looks like Seth Hatchell got caught up in that also, and not really anywhere to go. All right, we're inside right now with Chris Samard as they get ready to go green. We're going to try something a little bit different here. Let you see it from the driver's perspective. Yeah, we are back green.
It looks like we had a car blow up at the back of the pack. I think that was Seth, and the 24 kind of got held up, caught the wall there in 1 and 2.
So it's like Chris Samard right now going to jump into second. Shane Papala in third. David Howard Jr. sitting in fourth. Travis Wall right now sitting in fifth. They kind of got it spread out a little bit, single file. Keith Mayato coming down pit road. Heavy damages on that car. I don't know if he's going to come in and try and get some repairs done or take it behind the wall here. Keith Mayato was your points leader coming into tonight's race.
Yeah, he's the guy I was chasing, trying to gain a few points on tonight, but it wasn't going to work out. We'll see what happens with him if he gets back out on track.
Yeah, he's got a pretty comfortable lead in the points right now. He's missed a couple of races, so that closed the gap up quite a bit. 2 more races to go before we head to the chase. So, you know, anything can happen still. We can have a upset tonight and have a new winner. So we see Joe Mitchell out front, 25 laps led. Joe showing a really good race car tonight. We'll see if Joe can keep it together and bring it home in victory lane tonight.
Yeah, looks like he just tagged the wall in turn 2 there.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of guys getting that stripe out early.
Yeah, the car seems to really tighten up a lot after a few laps, and getting through 1 and 2 gets to be pretty difficult. Car really wants to slide up towards the wall.
We're watching right now the 53 of Lupa Gonzalez and the 44 of Travis Wall. We saw Travis Wall just get a little bit squirrely off of the, I believe that was turn 4, and the yellow is back out.
Yeah, I saw a car down on the apron coming out of turn 2. I'm not sure who it was.
It may have been the 60 of Brian Neff. Let me go back a little bit here and see if we can find out what happened. Yeah, we see the 60. Let me back it up just a little bit more than that. We see the 60 of Brian Neff does tag the wall, and it throws him. See him coming down the front stretch going into 1. Yeah, he looks like he got a little bit of a wiggle there, tried to correct it, hit the outside wall, hits the inside wall pretty hard. Doesn't look like he has any engine damage right there, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. And that brings out our caution. We'll see if these drivers come down, and yeah, Joe Mitchell is going to lead them down pit road.
It looks like Keith Mayato did come back out on track. I think he may have gotten his lap back there.
Yeah, it looks like he'll be at the tail end of the lead lap. So we'll see if he's got anything left in that car to, you know, put up a fight with these guys. So let's take a quick look here at the race summary. We've had only 2 lead changes so far. We're under caution number 4, and we still have 99 laps to go. Looks like Joe Mitchell's going to get out first. Shane Papala, Chris Samard, David Howard Jr., and Travis Wall. So we'll have to keep an eye on these guys. Well, I got you here anyway, Adam. Why don't you tell us a little bit about our sponsor tonight and, how people can find out more.
Sure. So tonight's sponsor is Prolivio. It's a hypercooling headband. It's brand new on Kickstarter. It's intended for migraine sufferers who suffer terrible pain from their migraine headaches and really can't push through with what they're using right now to try and get through them. The Prolivio headband uses thermoelectric cooling, so that's just a big fancy word for plates that get pretty cold and basically act like an ice pack, but without any of the drawbacks. So it's portable, you don't need a freezer, and it's rechargeable and reusable, completely adjustable to your comfort level, and also works with a smartphone. So that's a little bit about the device itself. You can learn more at prolivio.com or check out the campaign on Kickstarter right now. It's going to be under the product design category. It should be one of the first ones if you sort it by newest, because it did just come out today.
Yeah, that's good. I was talking about early in the broadcast when we first came on the air. I used to suffer from migraines all the time, almost all my life, until just about, I'm going to say about a year, maybe a year and a half ago. And, I don't want to jinx it, but thankfully I haven't had one in quite a while. But they used to be murderous, man. I mean, to the point where I'd have to go into a closet and sit in pure darkness. So I definitely appreciate something like that. And hopefully I won't ever need it again. But I'll tell you what, if I happen to get back into the migraine rotation that I used to have half my life, man, I would definitely want something like that. It looks like it will do a good job. I've taken so many things for migraines and got myself sick and nauseous, and it's just an uphill battle all the time, man,
Yeah, they're definitely debilitating, and what's crazy is the amount of people in the world that do actually suffer from them. It's 1 billion worldwide, which, I mean, that's 1 in 7 pretty much, 1 in 6. And so that just, tells you how big of an issue it is. And there's not really anything that's on the market that works quite like this product, so we're hoping it can change a lot of lives.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to put some links down at the bottom, of this broadcast, and be able to click on some of the links and find out a little bit more. If you are a person like I was that suffered from migraines, we look for anything for relief. And with that, the pace car is in. Joe Mitchell is on the inside. Shane Papala on the outside. We're getting ready to go back green here one more time. And we are back green. It's a pretty good start up front. Looks like Joe Mitchell does clear going into one.
Yeah, looks like a pretty solid restart through the entire pack.
We see Chris Simard. Shane Papala tagging the wall a little bit. Chris Simard going to move in a second. I think I saw somebody slide down low, but I don't see them stopped on the track, so we're staying green. The 18 of Joe Mitchell out front. Chris Simard sitting second. We see 89 of Shane Papala right at the back of Chris Simard. Let's move in and we see the 44 and the 89 make contact. They are still green.
Yeah, looks like they keep it straight, but I think they're both going to have a pretty good amount of damage.
Well, while we stay green, I'm going to back that up and just try and see what happened with them. What was the contact? We're watching right now. We see, Shane got up into the wall. Travis was right behind him, nowhere to go. We said that in yesterday's race also. When you're that close to somebody and they hit the wall and it slows them down like that, there really is nowhere for you to go except into them. But they did a good job both keeping it straight, keeping it green. We see right now Travis Wall moves back to 7th and Shane Papala back to 8th.
Yeah, pretty impressive saves by both of those guys, because once you hit the wall here, it's pretty hard to keep the car straight. And if you get down on that apron too, it's the same story.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of guys already tonight hit that white line and just throw the car sideways and right into that inside wall really hard. So these guys, I'm sure they'll be looking for a caution here to try to get in and get some of this damage repaired and get back gathered back up. Right now we're taking a look at the 24, which is, I'm not used to saying because it used to be the 88, but the 24 of Jeff Glockner sitting in 12th. Aaron Riley sitting in 11th. Keith Mayato rounding out your top 10. And then right in front of him is the 101 of David Gainforth in 9th. Len McNeese sitting in 8th. And he's closing in a little bit on the 89 of Shane Papala. Shane is sitting in 7th. Travis Wall does move back to 6th. Joe Owen under pressure right now from the 44. And Travis Wall going to take it low. Joe Owen up high in that number 3. Joe Owen going to hang on to that position for the moment as they cross the line. Joe Owen sitting in 5th. Go up here to 4th. Lupa Gonzalez doesn't really have any pressure on him right now. David Howard Jr. moves up to 3rd. David Howard started 8th, and he's sitting up in 3rd right now, so definitely moving in the right direction. And we go back up to Chris Simard sitting in 2nd. He is 9/10 back from Joe Mitchell, your leader.
Yeah, that gap's pretty much stabilized. It looks like Joe pulled away. He was running about a 10th or 2 faster a lap, but it looks like Chris is running about the same times now.
And Joe Mitchell right now going to come to 40 laps led. So Joe having a great run here tonight. I know Joe's hoping to be able to put it together, put the whole picture together here and break some of that bad luck and take home the victory tonight.
Yeah, definitely making a statement here. He was really fast in practice as well as qualifying, and he's keeping the car out front.
We go back to the bubble chase drivers real quick as soon as I can find it. So Joe Mitchell not locked in. If he gets a win tonight, that will lock him in and move him up into the 7th spot. So you know, we may see an upset here tonight and not see a repeated winner.
Yeah, he's been knocking on the door for a lot of the season, and if I remember correctly, I think he was at Iowa and was in the lead and had some connection problems coming to the white flag.
Oh, we see Joe Owen just now hit the wall right in front of Travis Wall. Does a good job saving it. He's going to lose 2 spots. Heavy right front damage, but he does manage to save it. I thought he was going to go around, but he woed it down, got it back up. So that's going to move him back to 7th. Keith Mayato not too far behind him, so we'll see. We'll keep an eye on Joe Owen here. And we see Jeff Glockner still sitting in 12th, but he is kind of gaining a little bit on the 33 of Aaron Riley. I know I talked to Aaron Riley before the race. He wasn't really happy with the car tonight. Not a favorite track for him here at Darlington, but you know, the Darlington's one of those tracks, Adam. You know, you gotta kind of run the track, but it's really hard to run the track when you are racing.
Yeah, it's hard racing side by side here. Once you get in a rhythm and you kind of get by yourself, I like this track a lot, but it is definitely one of the tougher ones on the schedule.
Tomorrow night, we'll be back here again one more time. SoMo Racing League's Lazy Days Racing Cup Series will be here tomorrow night on PBR Broadcasting at 8:45. 145 laps here with our throwback schemes. I'll be in that race tomorrow night, and I got a pretty decent throwback scheme to pull out. I'm looking to hopefully make a decent finish and hold my spot going into the chase. And oh, we see the 24 of Jeff Glockner just tagged the wall. And he does save it. So these guys are doing a pretty good job keeping the car from swinging down into that inside wall. So we see the number 7 of David Howard Jr. sitting in 3rd. Lupa Gonzalez a couple of tenths back in 4th. Looks like Lupa's got that car kind of tuned in for the long run. It looks pretty clean. Looks like he was able to keep those stripes off it for right now. So we'll keep an eye on these guys and see if they start getting any closer here on the track.
Yeah, the lap before this past one, it looked like Lupe ran about a half second faster than our leader. But this last lap, they were about even again.
You see David Howard Jr., boy, he gets way close to that wall. I know that's where you want to be, but I'm always nervous with that wall. Next week, September 6th, right here on SR Broadcasting, DAYZ Racing Xfinity Series will be at Richmond. And then there'll be one more race at Chicagoland the following week, and then these guys are going to head into the chase. We were talking about it last night in the truck series. I don't know, some of the guys are, looking at the big picture here and going to try to hang on to it, run a points race a little bit and try and keep the car around for the end and make the move back then. I know last season I was able to make it through the first part of the chase and got it into the second round, and pit stop for me at Talladega, man, was what took me out.
Yeah, Talladega is kind of a, it's a luck-based race, and sometimes it is a mistake like that though that takes you out.
Yeah, I got caught speeding coming off. We were side by side. There was a couple of cars around, and I wasn't really paying attention to my gauges. I was kind of looking to the side of me, and I didn't really thought that I sped that much over, but it must have been enough just to get me caught, and I ended up having to go to the come back in, and I was like, oh man, it just killed me because it was under green, and those were the couple points I needed to get off of that bubble spot, and that took me out of the chase for the rest of that season.
Yeah, it's so difficult when everybody's, moving back up and so close to points, one spot can make the difference. Right now it looks like Lupe is starting to catch the front two. He's still a ways back, but that last lap he was about a half a second faster than Joe. It looks like Chris Smart is right on Joe's back bumper too. Yeah,
it looks like Joe's getting caught up here with lap traffic because he's closing in on the 24 of Jeff Glockner, and right in front of him is the 33 of Aaron Riley. And I think Chris is using that to his advantage to, try and get a position off of him. We see the 24 of Jeff Glockner does move out of the way and let these guys go by, so that's going to help Joe a little bit. We'll see when they do catch the 33 of Aaron Riley.
Yeah, while that was all happening, Lupe caught up from 4.5 seconds back. He's now down to 2.3. He's still got to make his way around the 24 of Glockner, but definitely coming towards the front, and David Howard Jr. as well.
Ooh, it looked like the 101 of David Gainforth may have brushed the wall right next to the leaders. That's going to spread Joe Mitchell and Chris Samard out a little bit. I think Chris had to check up a little bit, kind of lost that momentum.
Yeah, it's always scary when a car hits the wall right next to you here, because you never know where it's going to go after it touches that wall.
Yeah, usually into the inside wall violently.
Yeah.
Well, right now, Aaron Riley in that number 33 is the last car on the lead lap. He's sitting in 9th. And Joe Mitchell is catching up to him right now.
Looks like the 3-car Joe Owen has put it behind the wall.
Yeah, we've seen him suffer some really heavy damage early on, and again a little bit later on in the race. See Joe Mitchell now getting closer to Aaron Riley. Looks like Aaron Riley's going to take it down low. Chris Samard going to split it up the middle. And Chris Samard going to move out to the front.
Yeah, and don't look now. Lupe's down below, a second behind these guys.
That should get pretty interesting here in the next probably 8 or 10 laps, I'd say. So we see Chris Samard now out front, your new leader tonight. Joe Mitchell moves back to second. Lupa Gonzalez sitting in third. David Howard Jr. in fourth, and Travis Wall rounding out the top 5. We'll watch Chris Samard. Tell you what we haven't done tonight yet is we'll jump in and we'll crank it up here inside of Chris Samard's car tonight, who is leading. So give me a second to get this set up. And we'll go ahead and crank it up. Give you a little idea of some of the throttle points that these guys are doing on here. You can hear them kind of floating it through the turn, kind of feathering a little bit. We've seen Joe Mitchell about a lap or two back really have to back out to keep from running over the 77 of Chris Samard. He's going to look like he was going to try and take another look on the inside of him.
Yeah, it's so hard to make the pass there coming out of turn 2 because it tightens up really fast, and there's really only one groove through there. So if you try to make a move, you gotta really be confident that you're gonna make it through.
And we see the 53 now. Lupa Gonzalez moving into second. So he's on the march forward to try to get after Chris Samard. A little bit of changing going up here in the front 3. Take a look. Chris Samard in first, Lupa Gonzalez second, Joe Mitchell third, and you see the times behind them, not too far. We should see some pit stops coming pretty soon, I imagine.
Yeah, I think they've been out there about 40 laps, and that's when the tires really are pretty hot and you're running low on fuel, so it starts to get very, very tight.
So we see right now Keith Mayato started 6th. He's started 2nd. He's currently sitting 6th. Shane Papala, who started 5th, he's currently sitting in 7th, so not doing too bad. He's got 7 laps led. Len McNeese started 16th. He does move up to 8th. Aaron Riley, who started 18th, he is sitting 9th. And we'll go to our top 5. Travis Wall, who started 3rd. He's currently sitting in 5th. David Howard Jr. started 8th, and he's sitting 4th. Joe Mitchell, your pole setter, is currently sitting in 3rd, trying to put some pressure on the 53 of Lupa Gonzalez, who started 10th and is sitting in 2nd. And your leader, Chris Samard, right now will be coming to 11 laps led. Trying to watch what's going on back here between the 18 and the 53. I'll tell you what, Joe's looking pretty good here, man. To be able to run as hard as he's been running and then get back up to the back of the 53, definitely has a good car underneath tonight.
Yeah, I'd keep an eye out on him for the end of the race here to kind of sneak back up and get the victory. Also, the 77's been very strong, running up near the front. And Lupe, just like yesterday, looks to be pretty good on the long runs. So those are the three that I keep my eye out for.
And we see Joe kind of peeking that nose down just a little bit, letting Lupe know that he's there. That's right where they're at going through that turn. That's the danger zone, because if Lupe gets into the wall and it slows him down, that could be really bad. Looks like Lupe's going to let Joe take that position. Lupe may be setting up for a pit stop. So we'll have to keep an eye. So Joe Mitchell going to move back to second. Lupe Gonzalez going to move to third. And we go back up front with Chris Simard, who did start seventh, sitting first, and currently has 13 laps led, your race leader tonight. We've had 3 lead changes, 4 cautions, and we'll be coming to 57 laps to go when they cross the line here. So I think Lupe was pretty smart. He saw Joe was at the back of the back of his bumper. There was some spots where Joe was faster, so why push the issue when you still have so many more laps to go? Just let him go ahead by, and hang on to your position and be able to finish this race, or have a car there at the end for it.
Yeah, and it looks like Joe was maybe laying back a little bit, letting his tires pull back down, and he's running pretty fast laps now. He's gained, I think, about 8/10 on Simard over the last 2 laps.
Yeah, we're looking at the times. He is still running faster than Chris Simard right now, that time by. We see Travis Wall 2 laps down, so I'm guessing Travis must have come into the pits, because I didn't see anything happen to him.
Looks like there's only a handful of cars left on the lead lap right now. Probably a bunch of them have pitted so far.
Yeah, we see Shane Papala in that 89 sitting 6th, last car on the lead lap. And I believe right behind him is Chris Simard. Joe Mitchell running a little bit faster time still that time by. Looked like Simard with a 28.9, Joe with a 28.7. And now that lap, Chris Simard just ran a 28.8, Joe ran a 28.9. So they're almost on the same field here.
Yeah, just trading lap times. Well, my car's about ready to go, so I think I'm going to jump back in and try and finish this thing out.
All right, man, we appreciate you coming and giving me a hand up here, and we'll look forward to you at the end of the race, regardless where you finish, man, and we'll talk a little bit more about the sponsor and tomorrow night.
All right, great. Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks, Adam. Good luck, buddy. All right, we just seen Chris Simard now tag the wall a little bit. And Joe Mitchell almost got by. Chris Simard able to pull it back in front, but Chris Simard with a little bit more right front damage. You see the 84 of Len McNeese trying to keep it down low and out of these guys' way. Oh, Chris Simard again into the wall. Joe Mitchell does a good job getting around. That's what I was talking about earlier. When that car hits that wall and slows down that fast, if you're the guy behind, it just you have nowhere to go, and most of the time you end up wrecking both. So we just saw Chris Simard coming in. He's going to try and get some of that damage repaired, get some tires on that car, see if he can get back out on the track. But right now that puts Joe Mitchell back out front. Lupe Gonzalez into second. David Howard Jr. to third. Looks like Joe Mitchell now coming into the pits. So let's keep an eye on Joe coming in here real quick. Able to come in, get it slowed down pretty good. So now Lupa Gonzalez out front here at Darlington. And he will get some bonus points here for leading the race. Not too far behind him is the 7 of David Howard Jr. We see the 48 of Adam Baker now just come back out. And he's going to get around the leader and follow Len McNeese. We see Lupa Gonzalez, last night's winner, coming into the pits. So we'll see if Keith Mayato going to stay out and get scored as your leader. Yeah, that's one race I would like to go to, is the Southern 500. So Keith Mayato now scored as your leader, and he'll come into the pits. So let's see if that lets Shane Papala go around and get scored another lap led. He really doesn't have anything to gain by it because he's already got 7 laps led. And Shane's going to be coming into the pits, so that's going to put Travis Wall now up to 3rd. We'll see if Travis Wall gets around to be able to lead a lap, and that'll give Travis Wall bonus points because he does not have any laps led just yet. Yeah, tomorrow night right here, the SoMo Racing League's Lazy Days Racing Cup Series will be live on PBR Broadcasting right here at Darlington for the Southern 500 with the throwback schemes. A lot of the drivers have got some real nostalgic paint jobs that they're going to be bringing out for that race. And you'll be able to see that race on PBR Broadcasting tomorrow night at 8:45. So if you want to get a preview of the Southern 500, come on out tomorrow night on PBR Broadcasting. It'll be 145 laps here in the Cup car, Lazy Days Racing Cup Series. So right now, Travis Wall out front. Looks like Aaron Riley in 2nd. Chris Simard 3rd. Joe Mitchell 4th. David Howard Jr. in 5th. Lupa Gonzalez 6th. Keith Mayato in 7th. Shane Papala in 8th. Len McNeese in 9th. David Gainforth sitting in 10th. Jeff Glockner sitting in 11th. And we see Aaron Riley let Chris Simard go by, so Chris Simard going to move it back up into 2nd. Let's see, Aaron Riley started 18th, sitting in 2nd right now, and he's going to let Joe Mitchell go by, so Joe Mitchell going to move it up to 3rd. Aaron Riley going to shoot back to 4th. And right now we've had 7 lead changes, 4 cautions, with 44 laps still to go here tonight. Looks like most of the guys got their Darlington stripe already. We're going to see a lot of that probably tomorrow night too. We see the 53 of Lupa Gonzalez going around the, trying to go around the 89 of Shane Papala, but Shane is a lap down to him, so it's not going to be for position. Lupa Gonzalez is sitting in 5th. And Lupa did start 10th. I thought we saw some smoke out there, but maybe not. We see the 48 of Adam Baker sitting in 15th. Seth Hatchell back out on the track after getting some repairs done. He'll be sitting in 14th. Brian Neff in the pits right now, shown in 13th. Jeff Glockner sitting in 11th. It's showing Joe Owen in 13th, but Joe Owen did bring the car behind the wall. I just believe some of these drivers are a little bit further back in laps. And Jeff Glockner and the 101 of David Gameforth. This is for position 4, 10, and 11. We see Travis Wald, your leader, just ran a 28.179. Joe Mitchell ran a 27.138. So I don't know if Travis is just kind of backing it out a little bit. He's about 3.1 seconds ahead of Joe Mitchell, so not really any pressure there. So he could be trying to take it easy, save those tires a little bit before Joe does get caught up to him, and he'll have a little bit of something there to fight it out with. So we see Chris Samard, who led 19 laps, sitting in third right now. Joe Mitchell, who was your pole setter, who led 58 laps so far, he's sitting in second. And Travis Wall, he'll be coming to 11 laps led, and he is your current leader. Oh, the 77, Chris Samard, getting a little bit squirrely there. Oh, and hard into the inside wall. And the yellow is going to come out. Man, that's a tough break right there. Let's go back and see what happened with Chris. He makes a little bit of contact with the wall there. Tries to save it. Almost got it saved, but just, man, hard into that inside wall. This was looking pretty good there. I imagine the drivers are going to take it down pit road. And we see, looks like Travis Wall, yeah, he is going to take it down. Looked like he was going to stay out. Joe Mitchell and the other guys coming down. I don't know if that'd be a great call.
Butler Furniture is a family-owned discount furniture and mattress living room bedroom store based in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Since opening, Butler Furniture has served customers in Mountain Home, West Plains, Harrison, Batesville, Searcy, Russellville, Conway, Cabot, Rogers, Springdale, and Jonesboro. We can help you select your new furniture and mattress, living room, bedroom purchase at any budget. We look forward to seeing you at Butler Furniture. Our knowledge of the furniture and mattress, living room, bedroom sets we sell sets us high above the competition. We look forward to seeing you at Butler Furniture.
Creek5.com. Creek5.com. Muskogee Creek Native American items. Featuring jewelry, clothing, and accessories, arts, crafts, and more. Verified members of Muskogee tribes. Muskogee Creek Native American items. creekfire.com. Authentic Muskogee Creek Native American items.
All right, we're back live here. Right now, let's take a look at your top 5. You have Travis Wall, Joe Mitchell, Lupa Gonzalez, Keith Mayato, David Howard Jr. rounding out the top 5. Counting these laps down. We see Travis Wall out front. He's got 14 laps led, has a little bit of right front damage. Joe Mitchell in second with 58 laps led. Looks like his car's still pretty clean. Then we go back to, who was that? Lupa Gonzalez. And I believe he's got just a little bit of right front damage. And then Keith Mayato sitting in fourth, also with a little bit of right front damage. Looks like Brian Neff and Seth Hatchell are going to take the wave around, and the 33 of Aaron Riley. So that should put them back on the tail end of the lead lap. Where's Len McNeese? Len McNeese also going to take the wave around. So these guys should be back on the tail end of the lead lap here. Looks like Travis Wall going to take the inside. Joe Mitchell going to start on the outside. We're winding this down. And we see these guys catching up to the back of the field. We're going to wait for the pace car to go in. We'll see if these guys can keep it green for the rest of the night here. And the pace car does turn in. Waiting for them to go green. And we are back green one more time here at Darlington. It does look like Travis Wall gets to the line first. Pretty good start by the drivers. We see Joe Mitchell move back to second. Travis Wall going to bring it down low. Hey, Chris Samar, this is Paul. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, you were looking pretty good out there. You had 19 laps led. We saw what happened. A little bit of brush on that wall. Almost was able to save it, man. Tough break tonight.
Yeah, I was running pretty good, but then before the pit stop, I hit the wall a couple times, and then I went in, and I have to apologize to Shane, the 89. Came out of the pits, and I was running a couple laps, and he was coming out, and he looked like he was going high, so I went low, and he went low, and I hit the back of him, and then that kind of screwed up the rest of my night. Then I hit the wall again. I couldn't catch it. I felt really bad for putting that yellow out. But
Yeah, it looked like you almost had it there, too. We've seen a couple guys save it, and I thought you were going to get it, but, man, it just went in, and we've seen it all night. When it goes in, it goes right down to that inside wall. We just seen the 44 of Travis Wall right now hit the wall. He's sliding down on the inside. And he does keep it going straight. Going to lose a couple positions, but does a good job hanging on to it. So that puts Joe Mitchell back out to the front.
he did a better job than I did.
I tell you what, man. We saw it last night in the Portside Jaguar Land Rover Truck Series. Oh, David Howard Jr. He got loose and got tagged. Looked like by, I believe that was Lupa Gonzalez. They do keep it going. He is back down on the track. Man, oh man. And Seth Hatchell now into the wall. Right in front of David Howard Jr. Wow, sorry. Sorry, man. We're trying to talk to you, and these guys are all over. But yeah, we've seen that.
The setup is is pretty tough tonight. It pushes and then it gets loose and then it pushes, and I don't know. I couldn't get a hang of it. So
Yeah, we've seen a big change in the Xfinity car here lately. The Xfinity car used to handle really, really good. It seems like something's a little bit off on it. We haven't really done anything with the setups. We're trying to keep them default, but the last couple of weeks have been really tough on these cars. So, going into the chase, if they're still going to handle the way they are, we may have to do a little something to the setups to make them a little bit more drivable. But, the Cup car did improve quite a bit.
yeah, I like the Cup car. You can feel the Cup car better in the corners. It's just a little better, but I still have fun anyways. It doesn't matter what setup we run. So.
Well, next week is Richmond in the DAYZ Racing Xfinity cars, and one more race after that is Chicagoland. Then we head into the chase. What's your mindset going into the chase? You come out here just looking for a win, or do you back it off a little bit and try and run, kind of like a long race?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm just looking for the win. I'm in the chase already. I'm glad not one of the guys trying to get in the chase, that's for sure. But I'm just looking for the win, really. Definitely don't want to do what I did tonight, but I'll figure something out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. You had a good car out there, and like I said, you got, I believe, 19 laps led, so you definitely were looking strong out there. We've seen some good racing, but, Darlington is tough, and when things happen, it happens fast. It's kind of nothing you can really do except, move on to the next one and try to get a better spot.
Yep, 10-4.
Well, listen, we appreciate you coming to talk with us. And before you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to, any sponsors you want to thank for having you out here tonight?
I just want to thank you guys for putting on a great broadcast. Prolivio, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I apologize. But,
yeah.
Thanks for sponsoring. All the sponsors on my car, I can't remember now, but I'm doing a horrible job. But,
you're all right. It was a rough race, man.
Yeah, and I'm pretty beat right now too. So.
Yeah, Prolivio, man, we're glad to have them come aboard tonight. I don't know about you, but I used to suffer from migraines for a lot of years, and I'm saying this for like the 4th time already, and I really don't want to jinx it, but I haven't had one in, I'm going to say, a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. And I've had them all my life, and there is nothing worse than having a migraine, and it really kills you. So to see a product like that come out, I'll definitely keep it in the back of my mind if they ever start reappearing again, and that'll be one of the first things that I go for. And anybody that has migraines like I did, man, you look for any kind of relief you can get. And if that product can give you the relief that you're looking for without taking all the medications and everything, man, definitely an A+.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of that, one more second. I do get migraines a lot, so maybe once a week I've got a migraine. So I know how it feels. You just want to lock yourself in a cool room and lay down and not move.
Yeah, there's been plenty of times I've locked myself in the closet and. Literally, man, pitch black wasn't dark enough, so might be something, to look into, man. I definitely will keep it on my radar. I hope and pray that I won't need it, but I'll tell you what, if I do, at least I know where to go. And if it does take that edge off without having to take all the other stuff, man, that's definitely a score for me. So, but anyway, man, we do appreciate you stopping in and talking to us. I know it's kind of hard, when you have a night like that, but we are glad to talk to you. And we do see caution came back out again.
All right, Paul, have a good night. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next week, Chris. Thanks for talking with us.
Yep.
Let's go back and see what happened. We saw Len McNeese tow it back to the pits. So let's go back and see if we can find out what happened with Len. Let's see, we're watching Len right now in that number 84. Bringing it up close to the wall. Yeah, scrapes the wall. Didn't really hit it all that hard, but man, violently throws him into the inside wall and rolls that car over to his roof. And we've seen that tonight quite a bit. So we'll see. I'm sure these drivers are going to come in one more time with 15 laps to go. I think you'd be kind of crazy to stay out at this point. Even if you were going to try something, might be a time for 2 tires. Let's see, you have there's only 5 cars right now left on the lead lap, so I guess 4 tires would probably do you good. But we appreciate Chris coming in and talking to us. We know it's not the easiest thing to talk about the race, especially when you're having a good run like that, and you know, you're damaged out for the night. So we do appreciate Chris coming in to talk with us, and we'll see what he's got next week at Richmond. Richmond should be a pretty good race. Some of these guys that are sitting on the bubble, you know, only have 2 more chances to try and secure that spot to get into the start of the chase. And then those 12 drivers will reset with a couple of extra bonus points, and winning you're in, you definitely advance to the next stage. 4 guys will not make it after round 1, so pressure is definitely going to get there. So let's see. Tonight's race presented by DAYZ Racing, the Xfinity Series, Pro Livio. And don't forget, next week we'll be at Richmond, September 6th, right here at 8:45 p.m. All right, looks like we're getting closer to the close here. We have 13 laps to go. Joe Mitchell out front. Looks like the 101 of David Gainforth going to take a wave around. And that will put David Gainforth back on the tail end of the lead lap. Right now, Aaron Riley shown in 5th, back on the lead lap. David Howard Jr. shown in 6th. Keith Mayato in 2nd. We'll look at the top 5. Joe Mitchell, Keith Mayato, Travis Wall, Lupa Gonzalez, and Aaron Riley. We've had 8 lead changes tonight. We are under caution number 6. And we'll have, well, right now showing 13 laps to go. So going to be a quick shootout. Hopefully we can keep it green till the end, but I know the pressure is on, so we'll keep an eye up here. But it looks like Joe Mitchell is going to opt to take the inside line. Keith Mayato on that outside. Looks like Travis Wall down on the inside. Lupa Gonzalez starting in 2nd row in 4th place on the outside. We see the 48 of Adam Baker, who is back out on the track, and then the 33 of Aaron Riley starting 5th on that inside line. David Howard Jr. will be starting 6th. David Gainforth will be starting 7th. And Jeff Glockner in 8th, but he is 2 laps down. And we go back a little bit to Seth Hatchell in 12th. And he is 64 laps down, but out on the track trying to get in any positions that he can as the pace car turns in. And we are back green here tonight. And Keith Mayato does get to the line first, but Joe Mitchell will quickly clear him with Travis Wall right behind. Looked like we saw, I believe that was Jeff Glockner maybe, that went down off the track. So Joe Mitchell and Travis Wall right now going to battle it out here for the lead as we wind these laps down. Right now they're running about the same lap times. Joe Mitchell only a couple of thousandths slower than Travis Wall was that last lap by. And right now Joe Mitchell just ran a 26.643. Travis Wall ran a 27.814. So Joe Mitchell stepping on that throttle. Lupa Gonzalez sitting in 4th. David Howard Jr. sitting in 5th. Aaron Riley sitting in 6th. We go back up front here. Joe Mitchell out to about a 5/10 lead over Travis Wall. Joe Mitchell's going to have the most laps led here tonight. Going to get some bonus points for that. I know Joe wants to take it home in victory lane. Lock himself into the chase. Be able to take some of those bonus points with him into the start of the chase. So we'll see. Right now 7 laps to go, winding it down. Trying to keep an eye on some of the times out here on the track and see if anybody's getting close to anybody for a position. See this time by the stripe, Joe Mitchell with a 26.6, Travis Wall with a 27.0. So Joe Mitchell still has plenty of car there to get by, and Joe's opens it up to a 1.2 lead over Travis Wall. So if Joe can keep it off the wall and keep it clean, he should be able to take home the win tonight. Keith Mayato sitting in 3rd. See, Keith Mayato started 2nd, sitting in 3rd. We've seen him have a couple of incidents early on, a little bit of damage on that car, but able to rally back for a 3rd. David Howard Jr. started 8th, sitting in 4th. Good points night for David. Travis Wall started 3rd, sitting in 2nd, and he'll come out with 19 laps led. And Joe Mitchell started on the pole. So far showing 81 laps led, and he is up front as we come to 3 to go, this time by the stripe. Let's jump inside with Joe real quick. He's got it out to about a 1.9 second lead over Travis Wall. It doesn't really have any pressure on him right now. You know, Joe wanting to break that bad luck that he's been having these last few weeks as we come to 2 to go. And he's got it out to about a 2-second lead over Travis Wall, and we are staying green so far. We'll be coming by for the white flag, this time by the stripe. And we have the white flag here. Joe Mitchell out front, a few more turns. We'll see if Joe can get her done here tonight and take his car to victory lane. Travis Wall still holding on to 2nd, Keith Mayato in 3rd, David Howard Jr. in 4th, Lupa Gonzalez in 5th, and Aaron Riley rounding out 6th place. Joe getting ready to come across the stripe, and Joe's going to be your winner here at Darlington. So congratulations to Joe on that win here tonight. I know Joe was looking for a win and looking for a way to break that bad luck. So congratulations to Joe right there for that win. And we'll be right back. We'll let these guys get their cars parked and catch a breath, and we'll get on with some interviews with them and talk about their race here tonight.
Are migraines ruining your day? Introducing Prolivio, the coolest migraine headband. Over 1 billion people experience and suffer from migraines worldwide. That results in 157 million hours of work missed due to migraines each year. Continuous work absences or decreased productivity can hurt your reputation in the workplace. The number one symptom of migraines is throbbing head pains. Many turn to medication in search of symptom relief, but migraine medication today is associated with harsh side effects such as nausea, numbness, and secondary headaches. These medications can also have a decrease in effectiveness over time. Those who use ice packs for symptom relief limit themselves in how well they can treat their symptoms. A pack must be frozen and ready at all times, and you may not have access to a freezer. Fortunately, we have an effective solution to portable cooling for those suffering from throbbing headaches. Prolivio, a revolutionary cooling headband designed to relieve migraine and headache pain. Created by migraine sufferers, we understand your struggle. Migraine sufferers miss key events, moments, and opportunities. We are trying to improve the quality of life and help sufferers push through their migraines. Immediate, intense cooling at the touch of a button. Temperature adjustment to your comfort level. No freezer needed. It's rechargeable and provides up to 1.5 hours of cooling relief with temperature pulsation. Headband curvature was designed and studied to be universal and comfortable with a variety of head sizes. Prolivio easily connects to your phone for temperature adjustment in the palm of your hand. Speaking of phone connectivity, we plan to create a highly developed associated smartphone application in the near future that will allow Prolivio users to receive personalized feedback based on their specific triggers, enabling them to identify what causes their migraine attacks and how to help prevent them. The Prolivio Hypercooling Headband provides portable, clean, and immediate cooling relief. It can be used to help soothe migraines, hangovers, hot flashes, and concussions. With your support, this next-generation migraine, headache, and stress relief headband will soon be ready for production. We're Prolivio. Stay cool.
All right, we're back here live. We're going to see if we can get a word in with Keith Mayato first, our third place winner here tonight. Let's see if I can grab Keith. Keith Mayato, this is Paul up in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4. How's it going, Paul?
Good, man. You started second. You finished third. We've seen you have a little bit of troubles there, but you do rally back and get that third place finish with 3 laps led, man. Tell us a little bit about your race here tonight.
A mess, pretty much. I beat the heck out of my car. I don't know, probably lack of practice like usual when it comes to Wednesday nights. But yeah, once I got into a rhythm, and probably because the car was a little slower than it should be, it drove well. I just didn't have the top speed to keep up with the first place guys.
Yeah, it's a tough race too here at Darlington. A lot of guys were saying that the car felt tight and then it would just loosen up, out of nowhere. We've seen a lot of guys down in the white line and losing it. A couple of really good saves there too out on the track. But we seen it last night in the Portside Jaguar Land Rover Truck Series also, and we've seen it again tonight. But you look pretty good out there, man. You got 3 laps led. You come in here leading in the points, locked into the chase. So not really too bad for you.
No, the finish was good. Like I said, it was just from the checkered flag in between and the the green flag. It was just a mess. But I was happy to finish third. But yeah, I found out because I didn't touch the apron at all during practice, and then I found out when I was under Joe Owen there, I just touched the apron and I just lost it, and that's when I hit the inside wall. But luckily, it didn't do too much damage. But it was pretty much the rest of the race that kind of beat up the car. But yeah, good finish after all.
Well, next week. You head to Richmond here in the Lazy Days Racing Xfinity Series. How you feel? Anything better for Richmond?
Sometimes I got that place figured out. I guess maybe it depends on the setup, but I should be okay as long as I keep it clean.
Yeah, well, we got Richmond and then we have Chicagoland, then the chase starts. So going into the chase, obviously right now you are in the lead going into the chase. If you continue to lead and head into the chase in the lead, what's your mindset going to be when you start the chase? Are you going to drive a little more cautious, or are you just going to come out like you've been and, if you got the car to be up front, take it up front and shoot for that win?
Yeah, pretty much try to win races if I can, especially in the beginning, just so it's not so stressful towards to the end of the first, I guess, stage of the chase. So that's the plan. Hopefully it works out.
Yeah, hopefully you can execute it, man. Well, we'll be watching, and we'll see what you got for them next week, man. But before we let you get out of here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Bolivio for sponsoring race tonight, DAYZ Racing, sponsoring the series, and great job you do up there, Paul, every night.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate it, and I know it's not a win, but taking it home third after some damages and a little bit of trouble, not too bad. 3 laps led. Looks like you will hold on to the points lead going in and locked in the chase. So all in all, not a bad night, man. And we'll look forward to seeing what you got next week at Richmond, buddy.
Yeah, I'll take that finish after a 2-week vacation. All right, see you next week.
All righty. Have a good night, man.
Take care.
All right, let's see if we can get caught up with Travis Wall. Find Travis here. Hey, Travis Wall, this is Paul up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do, sir.
Hey, man, you finished second here tonight, 19 laps led. How was it out there for you?
Actually, it was really good, other than that everybody started hitting the wall and it still didn't move out far enough for me. But not bad. I mean, the car got a little tight, but I guess that's our own fault. It's not really the track's fault. But cranked some rear brake into it, made it a whole lot better.
Yeah, you look pretty good, man. I know last night you were in the Portside Jaguar Land Rover Truck Series race. Did you carry any of that over here tonight? Did you think it helped you out a little bit, or just a totally different car and a whole new learning curve?
I mean, it started off like the first qualifying ran just like the truck. You can run a wide open through 1 and 2. You just light brake going into 3, and then kind of mash the throttle and make sure you got the highline set right. But over a long run, it kind of ends up driving like the Cup car. It kind of got a little tight going in. You kind of had to lift a little bit, turn in, then lift to make it out turn too. So it was kind of I learned enough last night to help with trying to drive a long race with this car tonight.
Yeah, well, it looked pretty good. I mean, we've seen some guys getting in trouble. We've seen some good saves out there. You definitely look pretty strong. You had 19 laps led. You do finish second. So all in all, not really a bad night for you. Next week, we do head to Richmond. Do you like racing at Richmond? You feel like you'll do anything good there or no?
Well, I usually feel really good there. So hopefully it'll be a good night for me. Hopefully I wasn't too many of the good saves out there. I try not to show off too much, but I hate sometimes it happens. But yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a track, man. I know tomorrow night we'll be out here in the DAYZ Racing Cup Series. I'll be out in that race, and just watching last night's race and tonight's race, I kind of know what I'm in for, and I don't know, man. I'm just hoping for a good finish and a good race. So I guess we'll see you out there and see what they do, man, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week at Richmond too, man. But before we let you get out of here, man, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, definitely. You for putting on a broadcast, let me go back and watch my mistakes and watch everybody else to see how they did. SoMo for having a good, group of guys to come out every week and be able to race against. Piggly Wiggly for showing up my car every week, and yeah, can't wait for tomorrow night, next week. Yeah,
man, me too. Well, congratulations on second. I know it's not the win, but definitely not a bad run. 19 laps led, started third, so you were up front most of the night and, able to keep it there. So definitely had something for him, man. And we'll look forward to talking to you next week, man.
Yeah, they definitely knew I was here tonight. Take care.
All righty. All right, let's get a word in with our winner, Joe Mitchell, here. And let's see if I can get a hold of him. Hey, Joe Mitchell, this is Paul up in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, I do. Yes, sir.
Wow, bro, let me tell you what. Looks like that cloud might be lifted, man. You come out of here with the most laps led, started on the pole, 85 laps led, bro. You put on a really good show. Your car was real clean there at the end, man. And I don't know, how you feeling?
Oh, dude, I don't even know. It was like, I don't know. The second half of the race seemed way more intense. I know me and Chris had a really good battle, and Lupe was up there too. Gotta thank those guys for racing clean and just making it tough. I guess that's what it's all about. And then Keith and Travis at the end. I don't know which one was more difficult. All those guys are so fast, and I don't know. I guess I just didn't have the same amount of damage that those guys had, and I felt pretty good in the car, and I was just trying to keep it clean to have something for everybody at the end. And fortunately, it worked out. There's a couple cautions there where I thought that was it, like cautions I didn't need to see. So I'm glad it all worked out.
Yeah, it's good to see. Hopefully, this is a turnaround for you. I know you've had some troubles and some bad luck, man, in a couple of these last races. So, we're closing in on the chase. Not that you were far behind in the points, but you were in the yellow. This is going to turn you green and lock you into the chase. So that's got to feel good, at least going into the next two races, that whatever the outcome is, you'll definitely start in the chase regardless, So definitely got to help moving forward.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I've been stressing out pretty bad about that for about the last month or so. Just, I don't know. I wanted to get a win in this series so bad. I've been close a couple times and had hard racing and electrical issues, and it seemed like I was destined to not get the victory lane in this series. So I don't know. It feels pretty good to be locked in all three and just to have a shot at it. It feels pretty good.
Yeah, you've been knocking on the door for a while now, so good to see you take that win home tonight, man. And in a pretty dominant way, man. 85 laps led, most laps led. Closest driver to you is a tie with Chris Simard and Travis Wall with 19 laps led. So definitely a dominant finish here, man. Good to see you take her home in victory lane, and we look to see what you got next week at Richmond. Tomorrow night we're going to be in the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series right here at Darlington. Do you think anything's going to carry over from tonight, or are the cars just so different that it's going to be a whole new learning curve tomorrow night?
I mean, I think there's probably a little bit of both. I know the cars are just all around more difficult to drive with more horsepower, and I know these cars felt a little loose on exit, so I'm sure those ones are going to feel much more loose. And but it definitely helps, I think, to run the other races, to just pick up on some lines, work on some strategy and stuff like that. So hopefully something good carries over. I'd like to have a good week this week.
Well, it's starting out good tonight. So once again, man, you started on the pole, 85 laps led, most laps led. Guarantee yourself in the chase, turn from yellow to green, so you're locked in regardless. And we look to see what happens next week at Richmond. So, definitely a good run here, man. Congratulations. And before we let you get out of here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I'd like to thank you, Paul, SR Broadcasting, all the admins here at SoMo. This is just an awesome place to race. And I don't know, there's been a lot of roller coaster ups and downs this season, but I'd like to thank the sponsors as well, everyone that contributes and lets us put on these shows for everybody. We really appreciate it. Wouldn't be possible without you. My teammates, Adam, Shane, Ryan, and Seth at MB Motorsports, and my wife and son.
All right, man. Awesome, man. Well, congratulations again one more time on that win. 85 laps led. We'll let you go celebrate, and we'll catch up with you after the broadcast.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All righty. All right. Well, there you go. Joe Mitchell, your winner tonight. Looks like he's off to a good start, breaking that a little bit of bad luck that he's been having these last couple of races. Was able to put it together tonight in a pretty good way. 85 laps led, man, started on the pole and takes it home. The winner tonight locks himself into the chase as we head to 2 more races before the chase starts. Be at Richmond next Wednesday in the DAYZ Racing Xfinity Series right here on SR Broadcasting. Richmond for 135 laps. And then the following Wednesday will be Chicagoland for 135 laps. And the 12 that are in will reset and go ahead and start that first hub of the chase. So we'll look forward to seeing who those 12 drivers are going to be. Once all the points and everything come in and we get everything squared away, we'll see who it is. And let's see if we can get a word in with Adam Baker real quick. I want to talk to Adam one more time and talk about the sponsor tonight. Adam Baker, this is Paul up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you were able to get back out on the track. You'll take home 13th tonight. So, not exactly the race you were looking for, but at least you're able to get out there and finish,
Yeah, I was able to grab a few more positions and, try and get a few more points. The car felt pretty good after I came back out. It was still a little bit tight, but I had full straightaway speed and everything. I was able to keep up with those top 5 cars. Just trying to give them room, though, because it was their race.
Yeah. You think anything carry over to tomorrow night in the DAYZ Racing Cup Series when we're back out here for 145 laps?
I think the cars are going to handle completely differently than they did tonight. I've never really driven a car that felt like it did tonight in 3 and 4. And I know the Cup cars are, way more unstable here. They're a lot looser basically everywhere on the track, so I expect them to handle quite a bit differently. I know the cars tonight were a tiny bit loose on the first few laps, but they just got really tight as the run went on, and I don't think the Cup cars will do that. I think they'll just get looser. But the line and racing around people and give and take, that stuff's all going to carry over, and try and race clean and make it to the end.
Yeah, that's my plan when I come out here tomorrow night. Just try to make it to the end. Try to have the car underneath me at that point. Hope I'm not caught up in anything and I don't cause anything. But it's Darlington. I know those stripes are going to be handed out. But I know not the night you were looking for your sponsor running the Prolivio Chevrolet Camaro tonight. But definitely a great sponsor, and we wanted to just get another word in with you and tell us a little bit more about the sponsor again before we let you get up on out of here.
Yeah, sure thing. So again, the sponsor tonight is Prolivio. It's the coolest headband on Kickstarter. That's what we're calling it, at least. It's an innovative cooling device. It helps relieve your most painful migraine symptoms. People who suffer from migraines, they're often very debilitating, and you have to pretty much drop everything you're doing and find a dark room and conceal yourself, and it's pretty rough. So I suffer from them, and a couple people that I work with suffer from them. We saw this problem that some people use ice packs for relieving the pain, and the problem with ice packs is they get wet. You need to have a freezer with you, so that you don't have access to them at all times. And there's a lot of people that suffer from these chronic migraines, so we wanted to create a solution for them, that would really help relieve the pain on the go, so they can keep on doing what they're doing, whether it's at work or just things around the house. So it's just a headband, fits right on your forehead. It's got cooling plates on the inside. They cool down to around 55 degrees. But there is temperature adjustment, so you can adjust it to your cooling level. That's something we really wanted to factor into the product, because ice packs are often too cold, and they end up being more uncomfortable than anything, and actually, increasing the pain and discomfort of a migraine. So we factored in a lot of different things. We've done a lot of research to get the product to where it is today. We're still at the prototyping stage, but we've got the prototype up on Kickstarter, and with your help, we'll be able to get it to production and hopefully help a lot of people.
Yeah, because even I was saying early on in the broadcast, like I've been lucky so far. I haven't had a migraine in a while, but I've lived with them all my life. I mean, and awful migraines. And then we were talking to Chris Samard earlier after he took his car behind the wall. We kind of got a couple words in with him, and he says he usually gets a migraine about once a week. So, you don't really realize how many people do suffer from migraines until you actually look at it. And when I watched your commercial, it made me realize, I knew I wasn't the only one, but you kind of feel like you're the only one, when it's happening to you. But hopefully this is good. And I like the idea that it's portable and rechargeable. Because like you said, my wife will try to get me to use ice packs a lot for different things with my neck. And, when my head used to... when I used to get those awful migraines, and I'm not a fan of ice. I don't like putting ice on me, man, because it's too cold. It seems like it bothers it more, So something like this is right up the alley for a person like me that just doesn't want to be, frozen to death, man, and have a frozen pain on top. Now I got a migraine and a frozen pain. So, and then, like you say, if you're at work or you're somewhere and you have it with you, you can just take it right there. You don't have to worry about, I got to go find some ice somewhere and then sit there and have it dripping all over you. So, I really hope this product does good, and I'd like to see it, in its final stages and prepared. I hope I don't ever need it, but it's nice to know that it's there, because if I ever get a relapse with these migraines, I guarantee I'll be one of the first persons at the door getting one.
Yeah, I mean, I hope for your sake you don't start getting them again, because I've had a few in the last few weeks, and a couple people I work with have gotten them pretty recently, and they're definitely no fun. The cool thing about this product, though, no pun intended, is that you can use it for a lot of different things other than just migraines. It's good for hot flashes. A lot of women, like middle-aged women, get hot flashes, and I know they could definitely use something like this, just right on the spot. Even for just a couple minutes, it would probably help them. But other situations like fevers or hangovers sometimes, from what I've heard, I don't know a whole lot personally, but hangovers, this should be a good thing for them. And then anytime it's just hot out, I mean, if you don't have air conditioning right with you, like, this is basically a personal air conditioner unit.
Yeah, definitely help you feel good and even relieve some of that stress.
Yeah, definitely. We had a few people try it out in the building where I work, and basically they flick the switch and then their face lights up. You can see it on the campaign. We've got a few images and videos of people just touching the switch, and then their face completely changes. They're shocked at how incredible this thing feels. And
wow.
A lot of people are just like, I don't want to take it off. Like, can I just keep it on forever? And unfortunately, you can't really keep it on forever because it'll run out of battery life. But it's a really cool device, and hope it can help a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think also having the app on the phone to be able to, because everybody loves their phone, so to be able to adjust it and learn more things about you on that app, man, always interests people. I know someone like me, I'm always interested in stuff like that. So, you feel a little bit more in control. So I'm glad to have them aboard, and tell Prolivio thanks for sponsoring the race tonight. And we'll be on Sunday night in the SoMo Garage, and we'll be talking a little bit more about Prolivio also on the SoMo Garage, because I think it's a great product, and we just want to get it out there.
Yeah, and we really appreciate you letting us sponsor the race and getting to talk about what's going on.
All right, buddy, I'm going to let you go. At least it's got you out there to finish the race tonight. Next week we'll be at Richmond. Tomorrow night we'll be back here in Darlington in the Cup Series. So we'll see what we got. But until then, man, thanks for talking to us, and thanks for sharing with us, bro.
All right, thank you.
All right. All right, that was Adam Baker. We wanted to get a word in with him about the sponsor. Sounds really good. I mean, even if I'm not going to have migraines, which I hope I don't anymore, I mean, there's a lot of other uses for it. So definitely something to look forward to. All right, we're going to start wrapping things up here a little bit and go over our race results. We got Joe Mitchell takes it home first, starts on the pole, 85 laps led, so congratulations to Joe on that. We've had 10 lead changes, 6 cautions. We had 135 laps tonight. And your winner is Joe Mitchell. Coming home second is Travis Wall. Third place, Keith Mayato. Fourth place will go to David Howard Jr. Fifth place goes to Lupa Gonzalez. Sixth place will be Aaron Riley. Seventh goes to David Gainforth. Eighth place is Jeff Glockner. Len McNeese will round out ninth, and Shane Papala your top 10. 11th place, Chris Samard. 12th is Seth Hatchell. 13th, Adam Baker. 14th, Brian Neff. 15th, Joe Owen. 16th, Paul Cohen. Randy Perdue will finish 17th. And Dean Viney out early will finish 18th. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Tomorrow night, the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series will be on PBR Broadcasting at 8:45 right here at Darlington for 145 laps with the throwback schemes. Going to be really cool. A lot of nice paint jobs going to come out. Remind you of the old days in NASCAR. So if you want, come tune in. Check out another race. And then don't forget, Sunday night, the SoMo Garage at 9 p.m. East to 10 p.m. East will be on there talking about the Darlington races with some SoMo drivers, talking about iRacing, sim racing, NASCAR racing, all the things that are going on in the race world for 1 hour. So come hang out with us, tune in, chat with us, and put your 2 cents in. We appreciate it. And till then, we'll see you next week, everybody. Enjoy and have a good night.